And welcome to 2024, motherfuckers.
Words are hard, huh?
I
Starting a new year on a positive note, huh? I had a stroke.
had a stroke.
Different.
I had a stroke in my brain.
You guys want some barbecue stars? Here you go.
And I still
Hi,
have
kids.
my fucking Christmas tree up. I need to take that bitch down.
No,
Why do I still have it up?
What is it real? Is it a real Christmas tree?
No, fuck no, it's not.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's a real tree, just take it outside and light that bitch on fire.
Yeah, that's what
Happy New Year's, kids. How's everybody doing?
Hi.
Not too bad. Don't think that I don't know if the Instagram thing worked because I hit stream over here. I think it started and all of a sudden it was like this crazy amount of echoes. I was like, well, I'll just X out of that.
I mean, there's still a check mark next to it, so maybe it's still going.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, for me, actually pretty good. Went out to Tennessee, as you guys know, and I was on the Wrong Show for 2 nights. Was it 29th and the 30th? Thursday and Friday. Those pretty damn awesome. It was good going out there and hanging out with them. Got to do some shooting as well. And fuck yeah, good times. They're just as you would think, really chill ass dudes.
I love the synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching it. It looked like a great time. It looked like you guys were having so much fun. And I was mad that I couldn't be on the couch. I was mad I couldn't come on the couch too. But you know,
everyone just wants to come on that couch, man.
All over it. I got to try Danny's pizza from the pizza shop that he owns. Really fucking good pizza. Damn good.
Nice.
So he owns a pizza shop?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
I want to try it. Yeah, I was supposed to go out that way, but unfortunately I got a sinus infection because I'm allergic to going east. Like in Oregon Trail, I got diphtheria. And as soon as I hit Tennessee, all of a sudden, coming to I pee a lot. It's you're from there. You're from that side. You know that couch very well. Yeah, but I hit Tennessee, and all of a sudden, everything just went, and it was just, I had a sinus infection.
Not a good time.
It was to tell you the truth, I had a phenomenal time.
With the sinus infection.
Yeah, I just was kind of cranky the most a good portion of the time because I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see. The light hurt. So for those who didn't know, I went to Nashville for my birthday to spend it with a bunch of people.
We're so good on Instagram. Hell yeah. It works.
To meet a bunch of friends of mine from TikTok. Diltz, who was on the show for the Christmas episode, my friend Megs, Shane, his wife Molly, Amanda, of course, came with us, and it was a phenomenal time. We spent New Year's Eve at Margaritaville because it was the least crowded place because Nashville Broadway was packed.
Oh yeah. It usually always is.
Dude, I've never experienced anything like that because I didn't go to the city. I didn't go to the city. The thing with the difference between New York City and Nashville, first of all, Nashville is a lot nicer.
It doesn't smell like a fucking like Bigfoot's dick covered in burnt hair and shit. No. New York is fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, I saw, I pooped. Well, that should be like when you enter an Alvin's house. That should be the sign that as you enter the house, I believe. But yeah, so we passed Luke Bryan's and all the places, and it's so cool because as you're watching the New Year's Rockin' Eve, because now they do it from Nashville also, and they have a heel that drops. They have a heel that drops instead of
It's a boot. It's right?
No, it's a heel. It's a stiletto heel that drops.
No way.
Yes, but it's so cool because everything is like right around the block, like. With New York City, like all the main attractions in New York are like
Rats.
Applebee's, Sabaros, fucking the homeless,
Yeah, the homeless.
Nancy
mugging.
Kerrigan's leg. You know, that's New York. Like Nashville is like Luke Bryant's bar. You got Barstool's bar.
New York,
You
it's
got
a brand. Yeah, don't die.
yeah, don't die. Actually, now it's we're a sanctuary city, but we're not a sanctuary city.
Dude,
New
I
York
couldn't
is.
believe whenever he was talking on that shit, and he was like, "Can you come? You can expect anything from like, airplanes running into fucking buildings to people setting up fucking businesses and shit." Like, what the fuck, dude?
Bro, we'll get into that because what up, baby Viking? But
What
yeah,
up?
it was like, how do you say New York is the greatest place in the world? Because at any moment you could have a plane fly into two buildings. You're like, I'm sorry. Say that again, sir. What
Yeah,
did you just say?
So many people double took on that. Like, what the fuck? Did he just really say that?
But yeah, so Nashville's got Luke Bryan, Kid Rock, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. You've got just every major country star that has a bar is like right there with it. It's on Broadway, and it's fucking amazing. It's so cool, and it's recreational there. So literally, you will see a hot dog stand and a dispensary right next to each other, and it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah,
it is.
That guy. There's people just hanging out right in that vicinity for a while.
It's insane. The dirty water dog carts are like a fucking. There was a line a half a mile long, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have children who are the drinking age, please, 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 I beg of you, teach them some fucking responsibility, because you don't know how many kids we saw passed out on the side of the road. We saw one girl that was by a bridge who was by herself, and this one lonely cop was trying to pick up this dead body girl. She had to have weighed 140 pounds the most, and this cop was having a terrible time trying to pick this girl up.
Has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Bro, she was
but also like that shouldn't just be happening in the first place. Like, why is she passed out there? And like, oh man.
And her friends were just walking away from her. Her friends just left her. They were like, "Oh, we gotta get this picture in front of this bridge by Nissan Stadium, guys. Let's go." Like, this poor girl was just left by her lonesome.
What's the breaking news?
Oh, is it the Epstein stuff? Yeah, we saw that Epstein stuff.
But
yeah,
I want to know if there's anything really like good about it. But go ahead, Davey. Yeah.
No, but yeah, so yeah, teach your fucking kids some responsibilities and teach them not to fucking get so hammered drunk that, like, you start off New Year's Eve. Yeah, you start off New Year's Eve in a bar. The next thing you know, New Year's Day, you're behind bars.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, fucking relax. There's so many people just sitting there arguing. I swear to you, there was a woman who was wearing a dress that was so small. You saw everything. It didn't even cover the front. It stopped at her C-section scar.
Oh man.
And that was it. And then it was like 2 napkins. It was just it was so much fun though. Like we went to Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
It was so much fun.
And it was the best because we were just sitting there. There was a live band there, the Annie B band, I believe they were called. They were amazing. They did some great cover songs.
Dude, I'll tell you what, like, if one experience I did have whenever I went down there for the wrong show was Buc-ee's. Oh my god.
Oh, you went to Busey's?
Yeah, Bussies.
But you went to Bussies?
It's also Bussy. Shit was played. Man, that place was fucking hilarious. It really was like walking into an Idiocracy time zone, like where that dude is like, "I love you." When you walk in, it like in whatever. Everything is like spread out decently, but like right in the center is where the cult happens. Where they get like they start pulling out the brisket and all that shit, and they're like, "Brisket on the table." They're like yelling it and shit, and like everyone around them is all like excited, and they're like slaying the sauce on and shit. Like that's where the excitement is, and then you go off to the other side, and like everybody that works over there has lost all life in their eyes and everything. They have no hope for anything anymore. They're just working at a fucking place, and it was an experience. It's funny.
I think I went to one once. That was it. And I don't remember. I know they just made one in Missouri, in Springfield. I think it's like 4 hours away.
Right.
or something like that. By the way, do you know it takes more than 3 hours to get through a state? I didn't realize that. Listen, I
Yeah.
thought every state was like Jersey, 3 hours and you're through it. But no, apparently it's not. It took us 9 hours to get
Oh,
from
yeah.
Missouri to Tennessee to Nashville. Nashville wasn't even that far in.
Well, depending on Tennessee, which way you're going, it could either take like 6 or
Mhm.
2 or because like going like north to south, you can get through it pretty damn fast, but going east to west, that's quite a bit longer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
it was decent. But listen, like I said, it was so much fun. It
Yeah,
was a
it was a
great
cool
time.
drive going down there too, dude.
Yeah, I
Going
know,
down to
right?
White Pine, going through the mountains and shit, and it was awesome.
So
Really
I
cool.
said I love driving places. I really
Yeah, I
do.
do
Just
too.
just the scenery and just to get out and
I wanted to
and
jump
just
out of my skin after about fucking an hour and a half, though. I'm like, God damn, I haven't sat like besides talking or whatever else, just driving. But then I started trying to just take in the scenery. But it sucked for me though, too, because at the beginning it was nothing but straight rain for like 2.5
yeah.
hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, when we got into Tennessee, that's when it really started raining for us. Um, but yeah, I got my tires done. Boy, does my car feel like a new car. I'm gonna tell you right now, nothing like a new pair of tires in a car make a car feel real nice,
Oh yeah.
real nice. And I didn't, like I
Real
said, I didn't
nice.
I was supposed to go to the Carolinas, but we had to cut it short because this was just too much to
Yeah.
handle. I was like opening my eyes hurt, fucking sound hurt,
Mm.
everything hurt. So I was like, you know what? Just go home. I'll relax. I still got stuff to move out of the house. So hopefully by the beginning of next week, I will be done with that house. I will be completely into this one, and
Hell yeah.
everything will be fucking said and done. And that chapter of my life will be, over, but not over. I still got Code in my life. Code, what up, boys?
What's up?
Code is still, her mom and her brother came to pick up Code today. I didn't expect her mom
These
and her
guys,
mom.
if you're seeing this right now, please go follow these guys. Awesome dudes. I was just on there out in Tennessee, blah, blah, all that jazz. But yes, go follow them. Great dudes.
Double cheers, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Her mom's like, it was nice to have you in our life for a little while. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still his dad. Like, I'm his dad.
Right.
Like, that's it. Sorry. She left him at my doorstep. I adopted him. He's mine now. All right. You left him. It's mine now. So, but Mama J, how was your vacation?
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Happy
For
New Year,
sure.
guys.
Man, so Christmas was great. Like I was so stressed out before Christmas because I had to get everybody's shit done. And then I was having people over my house Christmas Day, the next day leaving from my house and driving to Indiana to go see family.
Okay.
Christmas, the day before Christmas, find out my husband has strep throat. And I'm like,
Ooh.
fuck. Can't find anywhere to go get, him taken care of. Then also my uncle and my parents who are staying in the same house find out my uncle's got COVID. Whatever that means now.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
asked.
Whatever
I was
that
like,
means
"What
now.
does that even-"
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, what does that even mean now? She's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He just can't see people, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
So then we didn't have anybody over our house. We didn't leave until 2 days after Christmas. And then we were like literally in Indiana. I saw my oldest son for probably an hour the whole time we were there. And then we came home. And and like that's it. Like nothing happened. I mean, a cool rhinestone hat though with my sister-in-law because we were watching all that shit about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I don't know if you guys have seen all that going on.
Excuse me. You said your oldest son?
Yeah. I have 2 sons. I have a little one who's like almost 2 and the one that's 7.
Where was he? You said you saw him for an hour.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I'm like, wait a minute. Did Mama J just let a secret out that she didn't let us know?
I'll have to let him run around in the woods.
No, I mean,
Don't
we
be a
were on
man.
40-acre farm, so no, he was at his grandparents' house the whole time with his cousin. Like they did not want to come back. Like they're like 7 and 8 years old, and they're like, forget it. My mother-in-law has like a little closet, like in Harry Potter underneath the stairs that the kids go and play
okay.
in and stuff. So yeah, I only saw him for like an hour. It was
I was like,
weird.
did you have Did you have a kid at 16 that stays with your parents? Is this your family in Indiana?
No, he's
Well,
my
to keep-
younger brother.
Oh my god! That's why I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no. But kids have fun. It was a lot of fun. It was really quick. And now like we come back and there's just a lot of stuff going on here in our household. My son's getting some teeth out tomorrow. A tooth. Well, not some.
Oh yeah, you were
a
saying that.
tooth.
Yeah.
And I'm more upset about it than he is. I was crying and I was like, oh my God, I need to control myself. It's a tooth that he was going to lose in the next year or two anyway. Get your shit together.
Right. Oh yeah, Josh from Liberty or Death podcast up in the comments on Instagram. Yeah, nice being able to stream on Instagram. I'm glad that it worked, so it's still going on there. That's awesome. Another spot. So I have
Woohoo!
this. If you guys are watching now, if you have Instagram, go follow us over there, Business Party Podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so fun meeting Josh because I've followed him on TikTok and it was like almost like fangirling because I was like, I see you all the time on TikTok when I'm scrolling through.
They're like, oh shit, I didn't know it was
Oh,
him.
shit.
Hi. There
He's
you go.
a real person.
He's a real boy.
He's a real boy.
He's a real boy. Oh boy.
Which, by the way, that Christmas stream, I felt just a little bit outnumbered. I'm just saying.
You held your own
Thrown
though.
out
I know,
there.
guys.
You
Oh yeah.
Listen, you get all the accolades because you fucking hung in there. Where most people would have just felt like, I'm out. Listen,
Yeah.
when we were in Nashville, we were trying to talk about farts and shit, and everybody was like, "Really? Is this what we're doing? We were talking about farts and shit." And I'm like,
Yes.
we spent 45 minutes on a podcast, right? Talking about
my
farts and
God.
shit. And Mama J just held her own right there, right? Mama J
Oh
was just
man, I was talking to my husband about it. I was crying, telling him about it. I was like, and then it's called "Guess My Fart."
I played Guess My Fart in Nashville because I went.
Oh,
My voice was worse. My voice was just like I blew my nose and it went, and then 2 seconds later I farted and it went. I was like, I just played Guess My Fart with myself. Oh my God.
man. Oh man.
Listen, that Christmas show was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was. Isn't it?
amazing.
Uh,
What
I
up,
thought it
Maddie?
turned out pretty awesome. I
Yeah.
thought it definitely turned out pretty damn good.
It listen, I told you that was the one thing I wanted. A show full of people just having a great fucking
Just
time.
having a great time. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad you had a blast. Hell yeah.
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 we've-
Everything worked out good, like bullshit wise, back and forth. You know, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of the main things. Yeah. Just being able to actually talk with each other, even though we had a lot of people on at once.
Oh, I know. There was so many people. And I was like really upset that I didn't get my yarn in time because I would have made every single person on that stream a hat. I would have sent
That'll
them
be
out
toward
to-
next year. Next year
Okay.
again, wrong show. You're invited again.
Yeah.
Please come on
Yes.
next year. We're gonna have you on obviously before that, but for the next Christmas stream, Liberty or Death, Josh, come on again. We're gonna try to have the same people on, and we'll get hats made and shit, and have a grand old time.
Let
again.
me tell you, everybody loves the hats here.
Yes,
Everybody loves the hats here.
mine's on top of the tree right now. That's
I
Amanda-
saw
whenever- yeah.
it.
Amanda's been wearing it at least once a day. She loves it. Spencer loves his. I love mine.
Right on.
It was fucking and listen, I put in for Wrong Dependence Day already.
Yes,
I put in for it. I
I'm
put
gonna try
in
to
for
be
it.
down there. Absolutely.
I put in for it. So let's hope the same fucking thing doesn't happen again, where I get a fucking sinus infection. Because like I said, last time I went to Jersey, I came back. I went to Tennessee this time, and I'm hoping this next time it'll be fine. But
You'll do
Yeah.
a nasal lavage. You'll be fine.
listen, I'm hoping something because this is just my head is just pounding right now. But yeah, so like I said, I put in for it already for the 9 to 5, and just so far so good, and I can't wait.
Mm.
I'm fucking excited. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. But yeah, I don't think I could play this fucking video. I wore leather pants while I was down there in Nashville.
Did
I
you
rode
get
a
swamp
bull.
gas? It was probably hot.
I didn't wear it for long. I just put them on just for fun. Dilts, my buddy
Yeah.
that was on for the Christmas party.
Yeah.
He got a pair because he was supposed to wear them down in Nashville on the night we went out, and he didn't wear them, but so I put them on. And Dilts is a little man. Dilts is a little dude.
Oh,
He
is
is
he-
like
He looks
5.
like he's pretty fucking skinny.
He's a wafy little twink. He's a wafy little twink. And so yeah, so the parents were like huge on him. They were fucking skin tight on me.
Oh shit!
They were
Get them
nice.
skinny jeans, son.
Let me see. I don't think I can. I'm gonna. Oh. Let's see. Present. Share screen.
And now that we're doing this on Instagram, hopefully we see some more. Oh, geez. No, super.
Can you
tight.
hear it?
No.
Oh, you can't hear the audio. But yeah.
It goes. It's got squeaky.
If you fart, you could probably see a bubble like move down your leg.
There's my ass.
You look like you're wearing like leggings, like workout leggings.
Right.
Oh my god.
They were tight like a tiger.
Toy like a toy. Oh,
Just
man.
don't try pants like that on in the store, like you did your sweatpants.
Listen. It is what it is. But yeah, so we were supposed to meet another friend down there also, but she caught the vid. So she couldn't meet us, and we told her it was fine, but she didn't want to get anybody sick. But
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to start with where do we want to go? Do we want to do the Bill Maher? Do we want to do? There's so much to do. We want
Yeah,
to do the
let's
Bill
go.
Maher.
What's the first subject?
This is
to get
my
into?
this is my whole thing. All right.
No.
It seems like there's a lot of gay stuff going on.
What?
We've got yes. All right. We've got the
You don't
Claudine
say.
Gay from Harvard
Yeah.
about her resigning, and everyone's on the left is like, "Oh my gosh." And then Green Day is being Green Day and changed the lyrics in its New Year's song to talk about MAGA and how we ain't MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
We're not an American idiot MAGA. And I'm
That's
like, okay.
well.
Then
Then
we
like,
got-
what are you, American Marxist, Billy Joe?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like thoughts on Steamboat Willie going public. Oh yeah, I saw that. I heard about it. The Steamboat Willie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
It's all very spicy Mickey Mouse stuff going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 'Cause it went public
You
domain.
don't say.
Or do you want to do the short Vivek clip of immediately they go double. WAPO reporter doubles down. You didn't say that you condemn white supremacy though. How many fucking times do they have to fucking condemn white supremacy for
Every
that?
time.
Like they have to do it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Like it, even though how many times? Like I saw a video clip of every time they're like, but Trump won't disavow white supremacy and the KKK, and then it cuts to Trump going, I disavow them. I disavow David Duke.
He
I
did it
disavow
like
them.
50,000 times.
Yeah,
It
he
doesn't
did.
matter. It's because so they can, like in the clip, Vic says, "Oh, so you can clip it, and like the article for the next day is going to be XYZ that I didn't say what you wanted me to say."
Right.
I
So
did
here it
write
is.
to the boys when I sent that to you. I was like, "This was such a smackdown. It felt like he smacked my ass too."
Oh, Mama J.
liked it just a little bit too much.
I'm not going to recite some catechism for you. I'm against vicious racial discrimination in this country. So I'm not pledging allegiance to your new religion of modern wokeism, which actually fits the test. I'm not going to bend the knee to your religion. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to bend the knee to mine, and I'm not going to bend the knee to yours. But do I condemn vicious racial discrimination? Yes, I do. Am I going to play your silly game of gotcha? No, I'm not. And frankly, this is why people have lost trust. And I know you're going to go print the headline tomorrow. I already know this. We already know how your game works. Vivek Ramaswamy refuses to condemn white supremacy because you asked a stupid question. The reality is, I condemn vicious racial discrimination in this country, but the kind of vicious and systematic racial discrimination we see today is discrimination on the basis of race in a very different direction. You want to know what the best way is to end discrimination on the basis of race? Stop discriminating on the basis of race. Do that, and we're going to move this country forward. And I don't care whether you're black or white or brown or anything in between. That's how we're going to unite this country. You people have been responsible for dividing this country to a breaking point, creating a projection of national division. I meet people from the south side of Chicago to meetings like this one of every shade of melanin, multiple, from man to woman, doesn't make a difference, who are hungry for reviving unity in this country. And you, with your catechism that you try to get to politicians to whatever fake headline you're going to print on the basis of this conversation tomorrow, that's what's dividing this country to a breaking point. Shame on you. Look people in the eye and tell them what you've actually failed to tell them for the last 5 years. Own the accountability for your own failures as the media. That's how we rebuild trust in this country. And until then, I don't have a lot of patience to play the games.
What do you expect from?
And I agree with him totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They want to just go, like, they want to go ahead because this article too, this is what, let's see. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Click already.
Where
There
is
we
it?
go. Looking for there. Whoa. Seeing some of that Mickey Mouse stuff.
Well, here we go with share this tab instead. Leads to this. Harvard president resigns, highlights new conservative weapon against colleges. Plagiarism.
Yeah.
Plagiarism is the new conservative weapon against colleges.
Yeah.
Love the new readers added context to this. Might you not know? Plagiarism is a breach of the rules for Harvard University. It's a breach of the rules.
Oh wait, no. But this is a justification. They said that there were many instances of duplicative language, but after review, they came to say that her intention wasn't, like, there was no malice in her intention, or
Here, I
It's
brought up the
bullshit.
article
They were
for you.
like trying to say that she didn't mean to plagiarize or some bullshit. Or
right here. I'll share the article for you. I got it right here.
Harvard President Geraldine Gay resigned Tuesday afternoon after fierce criticism of the university's response. Oh, is that you?
Oh, yep. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, where? Hold on. So, all right. So the latest target is Harvard President Claudine Gay, who resigned on Tuesday. In her case, the outrage came not from her academic peers, but her political foes, that led by conservatives to put her career under intense scrutiny. So reviews by Harvard found multiple shortcomings in Gay's academic citations, including several instances of duplicative language. But the university concluded the errors were not considered intentional or reckless and didn't rise to misconduct. But the allegations continued, with new ones as recently as Monday. So I think she's the second or third president to resign who was in that hearing about anti-Semitism and stuff on campuses.
Right. At least the second.
Right. So now what the narrative is that now conservatives, since they hate these elite institutions so much, it's going to be hard for these institutions or these professors to continue their tenures and stuff, because these evil conservatives are going to be out there seeing if they plagiarized.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? This was the one that this is the part that got me. So it said Christopher Rufo, conservative activist who helped orchestrate the effort against gays, celebrated her departure as a win in his campaign against elite institutions of higher education. On X, formerly Twitter, he wrote "scalped" as if gay was a trophy of violence, invoking a gruesome practice taken up by white colonists who sought to eradicate Native Americans, and also used by some tribes against their enemies. The fuck?
This is ridiculous. So now whenever you use somebody else's shit, somebody calls it out and they're gonna be like, no, wait, no, hold on. Don't be that conservative. What are you thinking? Don't do that.
Yeah. So talk about how Christopher Rufo is targeting DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion in education and business. Just going over his tweets. He's saying that Christopher Rufo has a plagiarism hunting fund. There shouldn't be no, I'm not going to go over it anyway. But then the article goes in and talks about how she did abysmally at the Senate hearing, and how at the December congressional hearing that started the onslaught of criticism, she wrote, "I neglected to clearly articulate that calls for genocide of Jewish people are abhorrent and unacceptable."
No, she forgot to plagiarize from somebody else who said that.
Yeah. Let me look what somebody else said real quick. And then I'll get back to you.
Excuse me, what somebody else say about the Jews? Quick, give me a paper.
Well, so in Claudine Gay's resignation, in her resignation letter, she had written something to the effect of, part of the reason why this is happening to her is because of racial something or another. But basically she was saying it's because people are racist. And is basically what her resignation was talking about.
Because motherfuckers are racist. That's why.
Right. Because, and then this article kind of negates that by pointing out other people, presidents who have resigned in the past few years because of the same shit that she did.
Mm-hmm.
But don't let facts get in the way of a good, a good lie. Same thing with
no.
It's
well, and then so this billionaire Bill Ackman, he was like one of the people who would donate to Harvard and such, and he came out after the Senate hearing oh my god, I can't talk. He came out after the hearing and was just like, fuck these people. I am not giving them any more money because I cannot believe she would answer these questions in the way that she did. Like, yes, obviously, like, this goes against Harvard's conduct. And Bill Ackman went onto Twitter and he wrote this long thing talking about how him wanting Claudine Gay out had nothing to do really with the plagiarism thing. That was just icing on the cake. Had everything to do with her reaction to, or lack of reaction to, what happened with the students on campus and their anti-Semitism on campus, and how DEI has affected and infected universities and stuff.
Well, yeah, because a couple years ago, remember everybody, Trump was anti-Semitic. Everything he did was anti-Semitic. Meanwhile, his daughter is Jewish now because his son-in-law is Jewish, who got a job at the White House as an advisor who's Jewish. And, but he's very anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Yo soy un antisemita. Like, come on. You guys his grandkids are Jewish, but he's anti-Semitic. Yet this lady going in front of Congress and going, well, it depends on what happens if somebody does something. Listen, I don't want to hire you. I don't want to hire you because you've quit every job. Racist. You've been fired 17 times. You're racist. you don't want to hire me because you're racist. No, I
Right.
don't want to hire you because so
'Cause you have
while I
a
was
terrible track record, motherfucker. That's how.
so while I was in Tennessee, right? I went and I went to a 7-Eleven that they had there, and I went to go get a lottery ticket. And I go, can I get one lottery ticket? I'm not going to tell you the race of this gentleman. I'm not going to tell you anything about this gentleman. The only thing this guy said to me was, I just got here. I only work at nights. I don't know lotto. And I went, okay. And
Yeah.
I walked the fuck out.
All right.
Oh my
This was the cashier working the register for a 7-Eleven store. I just got here. I don't work nights. I just got here. I work nights and I don't know lotto.
Like, you better learn.
Motherfucker, it was
people are gonna lie.
nighttime.
Yeah.
It was nighttime when I went there. And I just was like, I walked up. By the way, there's some spots in Tennessee with fucking plate glass and fucking bars on the door, and I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. There was a bunch of people around a fire like it was a Boyz II Men video. I had no fucking idea. I was like, oh my God. I went to I would have to say the worst loves I've ever been to. There was Lizzo was working the register, and fucking this guy's name on his tag was Ponytail. This guy had 4 teeth in his mouth, right? And a giant ponytail. And I was like, I just want out of here. I just want to get the fuck out of here. I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, like everything is just racist now. And that's what everybody wants to blanket everything around. And
Mhm.
it's not racist. You're just a piece of shit. You're a piece of garbage. You got away with it for as long as you got away with it. And now people are not letting you get away with it. And you can't just call everything racist because you fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I feel like I know we've talked about it before, but I knew a lot of people to have known this is going to happen because with what's going on with the leftist ideology, with the DEI, like feelings over facts type thing, their foundation is built on sand, and their viewpoints
Mhm.
sway with every fart wherever the fart blew.
Mhm.
Like that's how and so what's happening is that it's coming back to bite everyone in the butt, and you can't it's like the boy who cried wolf.
Cried wolf,
Like
yeah.
you can't cry racism, and it's like but no, it's not there
No.
on
Right.
that, especially on this. And it was I do highly suggest that people go seek out Bill Ackman's Twitter and read his thread on DEI. It's really, really long. Like I didn't read it all. It's really I didn't even get like a third of the way through, and I was scrolling for a while. It's really long, but it is very informative on his perception of what to him as someone who hasn't really informed on what DEI was and how it has infected people
Mm.
in institutions, especially within the universities of right now, and how
Okay.
it's dangerous.
Well, I mean, it-
Okay.
it is. And when you have fucking American idiots, going. Remember when you were supposed to be when punk rock was against the establishment? Do we all remember this?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Like
when
Rage Against the Machine, and
Rage?
now they're raging for the machine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now these tool bags over here.
Gay.
Now everybody do the propaganda. The one that you're just fucking spewing?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it the one that you're spewing? That's the
I
propaganda?
think they need to do another Broadway. Just saying.
What do you mean?
You don't. American Idiot was like a Broadway show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. It's just it, but when you have people like that go, like, do you know? And I hate when people go, you shouldn't compare it to the. No, fuck you. When you have people denigrating other people because of their ideology, you're just like fucking Hitler. I'm sorry.
Well,
You're
I
just
mean,
like that
said about
fucking era.
leftists all the time. So,
But I mean, but still, like we don't call like. But here's the thing: when we do it, we try to like.
I just
we
make
don't-
fun of
Green
it and
Day's
say
a
you're
fucking
dumb.
idiot. Yeah, Green Day's an
Right.
idiot. We don't want them eradicated. No,
right,
these fucking people, because we didn't take a shot, wanted us fucking dead.
Mhm.
right,
Okay,
right,
they
right.
didn't give a
They
shit
didn't-
about us.
They didn't want us to be able to get access to healthcare
Mhm.
at all.
So when
Die
you're
on the
fucking
street.
when you're denigrated by a fucking section of people, you're just doing the same thing that they fucking did.
Right.
You know, and it's and to be like, well, you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because you're taking a certain population, the maggots, and even if you voted for Trump, or you like, hey, I like his foreign policy. Well, you're a
Right.
MAGA. No, I like his foreign policy. I'm allowed to like bits and pieces of it. Is he an idiot? Yeah. He's a fucking asshole. Yeah. Is he a narcissist? Yes. But does he have some good fucking policies? While the 4 years he was in office, our pockets were lined. Our fucking there was no new wars.
As soon as you say
Putin-
something good about Trump, it's like, you're racist.
Yeah, and you're a fucking MAGA. No, I liked what some of the things that he did. And
Mhm.
and you know, there was no new wars. The man was the president of the United States. He went into the demilitarized zone in North fucking Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay? And people who are Korean were fucking crying. Tim Pool was fucking almost in tears because of it. This is an American.
That's because he's a bitch, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I know. I like the dude, but he is a little bit
He's
of a
kind
bitch.
of a
But
bitch.
anyway, listen. Tim Pool has done an amazing. He has turned my. When I first started watching Tim Pool, I was annoyed by him. I was intrigued by him. It was the same. Why do people listen? Because they want to hear what he says next. Why do people hate listening? Because they want to hear what he says next. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the
Pretty
same
much.
fucking thing. But I give the man a lot of credit. Tim Pool, he's smart. Does he go as far as I want him to go sometimes? No. Maybe that's the smartest thing for him to do, because he gets people on the show that, you know, that most people wouldn't come on his show. But
He went off on RFK Jr. Last night.
oh, did
Did
he?
he?
I didn't see it.
Ooh, buddy.
I gotta see that.
Because I
one.
guess someone in the comment section was like, you should get RFK Jr. on the show. And he's just like, yeah, well, you know what? We asked those people to get on there and they won't even come on here, blah, blah, blah. He's like, because they're scared. Well, I was like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, listen, some people are, but yeah, but you know, Trump had a lot of good points, and the problem is that all you do is you hear. I mean, come on, once again, the motherfucker never said put bleach in your body. He said there's a disinfectant, and it turned out to be true. Then he said that a UV light was, you know, they were going to pump UV lights. Now everything you could fucking everything that was during COVID, you had a UV fucking your phone, this, that.
Right.
They have UV
Yeah.
lights to UV. I mean, everything that man said, for the most part, I'm going to go 85% of the things that man said came fucking true. And then you're going to tell me I'm not going to take a shot that was instituted by this man. And then all of a sudden the president changes. And then you're going, well, now you take the shot or else. And then tell me it's not political.
Right.
You're a fucking idiot if you believe that.
Right.
So I'm not
Yeah.
going to fucking take a shot that you told me no at first and then told me, yeah, just like when COVID got into this country. Everybody fucking forgets that they were telling you stop being a Zionist, that Trump is a Zionist for saying, you know, the Chinese, stop doing this, Chinese, China this, China that. And then all of a sudden,
Stop calling
they
it
went-
the China virus.
yeah, they went into lockdown. And then all of a sudden it was like, Trump's an idiot for not locking it down earlier. Well, you motherfuckers kept telling everyone.
China is
China
asshole.
asshole.
You motherfuckers were the ones saying, you know, just go out, just keep going out, keep doing what you. Trump is an anti-Semite and anti-Zionist. Blah, 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 blah.
You remember Nancy Pelosi in Chinatown in San Francisco?
Oh yeah.
Funny,
That shit was
hugging
hilarious.
people in the
Yeah.
streets and shit.
Uh-huh.
And remember when Donald Trump called it the Kung Flu for the first time and everyone's
Kung flu.
heads exploded?
That was the best thing ever. I would love to get a shirt that says that Kung Flu. That is the fucking. That is the best
Dude,
thing ever.
But these are the people that are trying to convince you that you're fucking wrong with everything. These are the people who are trying to convince you that
Right.
DEI doesn't exist. These are the people who are trying. By the way, Let's talk about
Huh?
this,
What's this?
really quickly.
What's this?
This, the fucking institute, the IR fucking S. I got a letter for everybody that's been keeping up with this saga that's almost 2 years in the making. I got this. Dear taxpayer, eat my fucking testicles. Thank you for your correspondence. Oh, let me start this. This letter was written December 26, 2023. Dear taxpayer, thank you for your correspondence, which we received on October 11th, 2022. Read that real quick to you.
That's ridiculous.
Thank you for your correspondence, which we received October 11th, 2022. We reviewed the Huh? December 26, 2023. That's when this letter was written.
So a year and 2 months. Okay.
We reviewed the information you provided and determined no action is necessary on your account. Well, no fucking shit. If you have any questions, you can call the 1-800 number. If you prefer, you can write to the address at the top of this first page on this letter. When you write, include a copy of this letter and write your phone number and the hours we can reach you. Keep a copy of this letter for your records. I don't know if any of you've watched previous episodes, but I did call. I called the
Numerous
the
amounts
lady.
of times.
Yeah, the lady that was supposed to call me November 3rd, December 8th. Oh, that's right. She called me today, January 3rd. She called me this morning to tell me that my check had been cut and they are sending it out.
Finally.
They sent out my check yesterday that they've owed me for 2
Just in time
fucking
for you to get
years.
prepared for next
Wait a minute.
tax season.
Wait a
Right.
minute. Wait a minute. Just as you thought you were safe to not bend over, let me bend you over. We are going to give you an extra $600 and change for penalties and whatever and late fees because we owed you money. But that's coming in a separate check because that check, make sure you keep for your records because that check that we sent to you for your penalties, that's getting taxed on 2024.
Of course it is. You
I
gotta
was
love.
even just
you gotta
going to
love
ask
it.
you. I was like, you know, it'd be hilarious if they taxed your income
Yep.
this year on
Yep.
that check
Yep.
they
Mhm.
give you.
They are going to send me a check for penalties and overdueness, whatever it is, and that is getting taxed.
Oh, of course.
Then I asked the very smart, wonderful, fucking asshole lady who was supposed to call me November 3rd, December 8th, call me today.
This.
I said to her, I go, okay, where's the check going to? So she started to read my address. Ba, 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 ba. I go, okay, is it street, terrace? What is it? Oh, it's 43rd Terra. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? 43rd what? 43rd Terra. You mean terrace? 43rd terrace? Yeah. I go, can you tell me the rest of my address? You know what this wonderful, wonderful woman told me? Why don't you tell me your address? I said, excuse me? I go, no, why don't you tell me the address you sent the fucking check to? Well, no, you tell me your address and I'll make sure I'll see if it's correct. And
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
okay, here's my address. She goes, yeah, that's where it's going to.
Wow.
These are the fucking people. Ladies and gentlemen,
so you
this
can't
is-
read. You can't read.
this
That's what you're saying,
is-
you can't read.
This is the 87,000 more people that they want to fucking
Right.
add to the IRS for this. For fucking this. She didn't know what TER stood for. She didn't know. She didn't know TER stood for terrace. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And then she goes, well, what's your address? Bitch, tell me my address that you sent it to.
You should have asked her what her well, what's your address?
What's your address, bitch?
Bro, like, this is coming to an end, and I didn't want to fucking say anything else because there was so much I wanted to say, and I just wanted to, and then I went on the IRS website, and it did give all the information that the check was cut the second. But, like, I had to call the fucking senator. I had
Yeah.
to fucking call her once a day throughout all of November and the beginning of December. I stopped finally in the mid-December because I was fucking, I couldn't do it anymore. And then now, January 3rd, just so happens. Oh, wait a minute. What happened at the end of last year? Before they went into recess. Oh yeah, they passed a new fucking budget. So that's why my money got released.
Right.
Now all of a sudden their budget just got their budget back. So now they can send me my fucking money.
Right.
Do you see that post by Rand Paul or something like saying that Rand Paul should Venmo Biden $600.01 so the IRS will audit?
Right. Absolutely, you should. That'd be hilarious.
But once again, like, for everybody who thinks that the 3-letter mafia is a good idea,
No.
you're fucking. I don't care. The CIA, the FBI, fuck them all. Hi,
Mhm.
hi, FBI, CIA. How are you guys doing? Yeah, fuck all of them.
Well, they can all
There's
try
they're
to
not
start
needed.
it good. They can all try to start out good. Like the FBI should be a good entity for the U.S.
There's
But
just no
no.
accountability.
Mhm.
No, they can
The
do whatever
people
they
who
want.
are yes, because the people who are supposed to hold them accountable, which is like Congress and shit, and the Senate, right? When they ask them for stuff, they're like, "Oh, it's classified information." Well, fuck no, it shouldn't be like classified information for them.
Right. It shouldn't be classified to us.
Yeah, we pay your fucking salary. I'm sick and tired of these fucking people coming up to Congress in these committee hearings and going, "I'll have to get back to you." No.
Mhm.
And then you
Right,
never fucking hear from them
exactly.
again. And then they ask them, "Oh, when we talked last time, you said you were going to get back to me." "Oh, well, we sent your office the information." "When?" I don't have that information for you right now. I'll have to get
An
back to you."
hour
Never
ago.
have the information ever about anything ever.
These fucking people don't have any of this information, and it's like, how do this is what our tax dollars are going to. This is what you pay
Yeah.
taxes on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to tell you the truth, the people who don't work and get everything from the government are probably the smartest motherfuckers out there right now, because they're not doing anything. They're not paying into the system. They're just getting the money that everybody else pays into.
Yeah. I mean, you're
And
not
it's fucking
wrong, but-
enraging. It's
Yeah.
enraging. I'm sick and tired of social programs. Fuck the social programs. Get a
Mhm.
fucking job. And I'm sorry, when you're doing more for fucking someone who doesn't want to work than you are for people who put their lives on the line to go across the seas for a fucking war that you, the United States Congress, Senate, whoever the fuck does it, those people who send our kids to war, and then they come back all fucked up, and they can't even get a fucking decent healthcare plan,
Mhm.
but you'll help some fucking convicted felon get his teeth fucking fixed, get an education. Fuck you. Fuck
Have
you. You
gender
want to talk about
reassignment surgery?
yeah, agenda reassignment?
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I'd rather pay for a motherfucker that actually went out there and fought for us. I'll pay for his dick to get it cut off if he wants. All right, I don't give a fuck. But if somebody's sitting here not fucking working now wants to fucking sit there and chop their dick off, I'm sorry, buddy. That's on you. That's
Yeah.
on you.
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't say you're talking about like. Well, first off, I don't know if you guys have noticed. Anytime like people start talking about Iran or any type of war that's going on, you see Lindsey Graham on there, and he's got a glint in his eye, and then
Mhm.
his smile over his snarling teeth like come out, and he's like, "Oh, what war?" Ooh,
Mhm.
You're like, "Oh my."
He's like, "Oh, money to be made." Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, but something you're saying about like, so during my travels, I was looking at different things. First of all, you can get paid a lot of money working at Buc-ee's. 1, 2, you can make $15 an hour working at McDonald's. Like $15 an hour.
It is. All war is gay, like Lindsey Graham. Very true.
Yes. You know, and why are we still having this employment shortage when the minimum salaries for places, even though like state minimums and stuff haven't increased
Right.
on like I guess like it hasn't been written down. It's not like a law. If you see all these places, I mean, minimum wage now is about $15, $16, $17 an hour in places like this.
Which it
Because-
should be, to be honest. But
Because they're still getting the COVID fucking money. That's why.
yeah.
Because they're getting supplements from the government. The
Did you
business.
see Did you see in Festivus of Rand Paul's Festivus that it was like Post Malone and like some other rappers and shit got like over $200,000 worth of COVID money?
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah.
of course. Well, I mean, they're companies, so they have to employ people. But these businesses aren't out there hiring people. They're just fucking taking money from the government
Mm-hmm.
and acting like they're hiring people, and they're not. They're not hiring anybody. I know multiple people who are trying to get jobs. Even Cody. Cody was trying to get a job at fucking 6 different McDonald's in Topeka. None of them called him back because they don't want to give people jobs. They just want to take the money from the government and just fucking subsidize and just go, well. And that's another thing is, remember how greedy the gas companies are? Anybody notice how low the gas prices went?
Mm-hmm.
It was like $2.50 here at one point. It went back up a little bit more, but I thought the gas companies were greedy. I thought they just wanted to charge everybody more money. How come? How did gas fall to
It's an election
$2.50?
year.
Mm-hmm.
How did it
It's
fall
an
to
election year.
It's an election year, and
But it has nothing. But it has nothing. Wait, hold on. But it has nothing to do with the president, though.
No.
They were telling us
That's
the
what
whole
they
time
say.
Joe Biden had nothing to do with it. Gas
Yeah.
prices went up. No, Joe Biden had nothing to do with it. And now all of a sudden the gas prices are down. Now all of a sudden Joe Biden is the greatest. Fuck
Mm-hmm.
all of
Mhm.
you. That's what I say. Fuck you all.
Well, that's another thing that I want to keep an eye on when it comes to like gas prices and stuff. Because like I had read a month ago or something about OPEC talking about how they're going to cut how many barrels a month or something by like 1 million barrels that they're going to
Yeah.
cut back on.
Mhm.
So it's like, buckle up, Buttercup. Like
Well, that's
prices are about to go up.
but
Right.
but did you hear what almost every single car company is doing? EVs by 25 or 35. All EV fleets. So that's what they're doing.
Well, didn't GM or somebody like say that they were going to cut back big time because nobody's buying them?
Yes, that's I think it was even like some like EV trucks and stuff they stopped making because no one's buying
Because
them.
no
I think
one's
it was
fucking buying
Ford or
them, yeah.
something. Yeah. Well, and then I had hold on. This is actually really relevant. I'm kind of excited.
Putin's price deflation.
Yeah. Thank you, Putin. By the way, anybody else noticed the Ukraine-Russian war hasn't been in the news lately?
All right, GM and Nissan are stopping EVs. I thought so. Yeah, I knew that there was somebody.
Yeah.
At least somebody who was.
Anybody else
Oh,
notice that
so-
Ukraine is just begging for money now instead of fucking Russians doing anything? Did anybody realize that Russia already took back the fucking land that the Russians wanted and they don't care about anything else?
Oh no, I haven't really totally
Yeah,
paid
they took the
attention.
Donbass region, and that's all they wanted. That's all Putin wanted throughout the whole thing was the Donbass region or whatever fucking it's called,
Right.
the Donbass. Blah, 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 because,
the dumbass region.
yeah, the dumbass region. That's all. That's all Putin wanted was the dumbass region. He got it, and that was it. And now everything's pretty hunky dory. I haven't heard shit except we want to give them more money and more money and more money. Hey guys, here's an idea.
Well, that's why. That's why Zelensky was in Washington not too long ago, and then he got his money because the thing passed. Now he's buttoning it up, and then once the coffers go clean again, he'll be over again, being like, "Oh, please,
Yeah.
please give me more money. I need
He doesn't
to learn
want
more
much.
songs to play on my."
He doesn't want much. He just wants what
business."
he wants. He wants the regions that want to be Russian. They want to be part of Russia. Those regions want to be part of Russia, but we have to give.
I don't.
I don't
Zelensky
agree
more
with what
money.
he was. I don't agree with the way he's going about it and shit at all whatsoever. But I
He-
mean, also we just if it needs to be done, just get it done because we need to not be there spending money in the first place. But yeah,
But he
Yeah.
offered three times. He gave a plea agreement to the
Right.
Ukrainians. He said,
Right.
"Just give me this, and that's it, and we're done." And Ukraine went and fucking Boris Nelson, whatever his fucking Boris Yeltsin, the fucking dildo,
dildo
went over to
Yeltsin.
them, went over there and went, "No,
You mean Boris
he's not-
Johnson?
yeah, Boris Johnson, and he's not going towards the EU." Yeah, and the people of that region want to be a part of Russia. They don't give a fuck. But no, you won't hear that in the local news. You'll just hear Ukrainians are dying, guys. We need to send more money over. I'm going to say this because I've heard this more, over $100 billion, which is still way more money than we fucking needed to.
Oh, what up, Jackie? Do we have some breaking news?
I like when Mama J's face goes like that. Come on, share with the class.
No, finish what you're saying, and then
Nope.
we're gonna get there.
Nope,
finish
that's all
what
I had to
you're saying.
say. That's all I had to say.
Okay, all right. Well, so as y'all are talking, and I am listening, I'm looking into the Epstein stuff. I've got the website pulled up, looking at different documents that are coming in. I got Twitter pulled up at the same time, seeing what people are talking about. And then I read this.
A few
Okay.
moments later.
So during the whole Epstein things, I know Biz and I have talked about Alan Dershowitz
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
before. And Alan Dershowitz, he goes and he talks on like the Fox News and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't trust him because he's sitting there saying that, oh, all I ever got was a massage, but I kept my underwear on. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, boy.
yeah. Huh.
Please tell me he's got a
All
baby
right.
out there.
So in these documents, it says that Epstein forced a minor to have sexual relations with Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. Jane Doe number 3 is a minor who was forced to have sexual relations with people on behalf of Epstein. Epstein forced then a minor, Jane Doe number 3, this is a quote, to have sexual relations with former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, whatever, a close friend of Epstein and a well-known criminal defense attorney.
It's not surprising.
Nope. Hold on. That's Dershowitz helped negotiate an agreement with a provision that provided protection for himself against criminal prosecution in Florida for sexually abusing Jane Doe number 3, because his broad immunity would have been controversial if disclosed. Dershowitz, along with other members of Epstein's defense team and the government, tried to keep the immunity provision secret from all of Epstein's victims and the general public, even though such secrecy violated the Crime Victims' Rights Act. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you didn't think the government was involved in this?
Well, that's at least a little bit of some breaking news.
Oh, I got more.
If you don't think the government's involved with any of this, with everything we've talked about, with everything that we have talked about in the last year and a half, almost 2 years. In May, it'll be 2 years, boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls. It'll be 2 fucking years.
Right.
But yeah, everything we talk about, the government knew all this shit was going on. Why do you think they got such little time?
Like, well, what Villain has also said, and some others, like, where's the tapes? The FBI has the tapes. There's no way that they don't.
Of course they do.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they do.
I still would have find out what the hell was up on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Right.
Wieners.
Mm-hmm. Wieners on
but
wieners.
I mean,
his wiener.
I mean, if you don't, it's the government does nothing but lie to us, folks. They do nothing but lie to us. All sides.
About 52 agency members.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Signed a letter saying that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, remember that one? You remember, right? Remember?
You remember?
All right, here's this one. So, testimony from what witness. Did Jeffrey ever talk about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. So it says, let me back up. Do you know if Bill Clinton was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? The answer is, I knew he had dealings with Bill Clinton. I didn't know they were friends until I read the Vanity Fair article about them going to Africa together. And Chris Rock was on that flight, and somebody else too.
Oh, shit.
Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls.
But this is hearsay. But I want to see if where's the Trump stuff? Where's Trump?
I know, yeah.
Where's the-
Especially if it's in there, you better show it.
Yeah.
Like,
You better fucking show it. You better show every fucking body, because if everybody, I don't give a fuck who
yeah, exactly.
it is.
I don't care.
I don't
who
care
it
if I
is.
like them or if I don't like them. If they're on this fucking, they're on this list and there's an issue with them, fuck them.
Yeah, so Technofog seems to be going through them through it
I met
all.
Michael Jackson. Oh, really? And where was that? At his house in Palm Springs, at Jeffrey Epstein's house in Palm Beach. Did you massage him?
Massage him?
I did not. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jeffrey Epstein admitted to one witness that allegations against him were true. Jeffrey Epstein never told you that he had knowingly had sexual conduct with an underage girl. Correct? Objection. When I asked him if the accusations were true after I spoke with the police, he said yes, but they lied about their age. From what I've heard, most of this stuff, Jeffrey Epstein was just the head client. What's her face was the person. Ghislaine was the orchestrator of all of this. She was the head of the snake. It wasn't Epstein. She was the organizer of it all.
Have you guys ever read any of her deposition?
No.
It is the most pompous, condescending thing I've ever read in my life.
Surprising.
Like she was annoyed, like in it, and I was like, oh my god, like, whew.
Yeah, well, people I mean, come on. You don't think that, once again, the government was involved. So you don't think that she's annoyed because she knew that she had politicians in her pocket and she was having to go through this bullshit?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a certain echelon you get to where, like, come on, look at Paris Hilton's brother. He gets on a plane and he's just a pompous asshole. And he just does whatever he wants and expects everybody to just be okay with it. He was threatening fucking flight attendants at one point because he's a Hilton. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Shit.
Yeah. So there is a pomposity that comes with being at this upper echelons.
That's true.
That she felt that she was, she had politicians in her back pocket. She had fucking Bill Clinton, apparently, according to that testimony, in her back pocket. So she would be annoyed of, why am I going through this? What is this about?
Right.
What does this even mean? Why are you guys? It's like you guys knew. Why are you bothering? Why are you asking me these questions? You already know the answer. So so of course she's gonna be fucking annoyed, and and the fact that the Republicans aren't doing a fucking thing.
Well,
Democrats aren't doing a fucking thing.
The fact
None
that
of
they
them.
said shit was going to be come out in January and everything that they're putting out, yes, has like some concreteness to it now about everybody that was on blah blah blah. But like we've seen people, Liz Crokin and others have posted on Twitter. It's like it was the same shit we already knew about.
Yeah.
We need like something to be done or some tapes. Like we already have seen most of this shit. And like if there's anybody who is really new on there that was crazy or anything, we would have known by now. Like,
oh yeah,
obviously
if
there was nothing
anything
new.
crazy about like Donald Trump or anything on there, we would have known years ago.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we already
absolutely known years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like they keep showing the picture of Donald Trump and fucking Jeffrey Epstein together at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
They keep showing those pictures, but once again, show me some fucking concrete evidence. There's nothing concrete right now except for that picture. And by the way, I get it because I get the same way. Like, oh, look at the picture. A picture is nothing. I could take a picture with fucking Jeffrey Dahmer at a party and not know it's Jeffrey fucking Dahmer at the time.
Right.
I cannot know
it. The one picture though is like when you see Ghislaine Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Like they're more than just casual acquaintances.
That's very true.
At their wedding.
You're right. You're right. But it's like, first of all, why was she invited to the wedding? You know what I mean? But like, if you're out at a party and you see somebody, take a picture with them, that doesn't necessarily mean, like when Trump went to dinner with Nick Fuentes. Like, do you think, first of all, Trump actually orchestrated the dinner? Like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fucking, me and Nick Fuentes are going. No, there was people who orchestrated it for him.
He was there with Kanye West.
Yeah. They were like, hey, you want to go to dinner with Kanye West? Okay. Nick Fuentes was there. And now all of a sudden, Trump and Nick Fuentes are fucking butt buddies and best friends. Like, you could go to dinner with anybody. You know how many times I've been to dinner when somebody just fucking showed up? None, but still, it could happen.
You know how many times I've been to
I was gonna
dinner
say
with
my
David Duke
toddler
and I
every night.
you know how many times I've been to dinner with David Duke and didn't know about it till afterward? No.
But but once again, people forget this also. Trump does, just because his name's on something, just because he's at something, doesn't 1,000% means he had his finger in it to begin with. He's a rich man who has people orchestrate things for him. So it's not like Trump goes, the only thing he's responsible for apparently is his golf game. That's the only thing Trump is responsible for. It's how well he plays golf.
Also, Trump has been a big proponent of releasing the list since it's been said to come out. So he's been like one of the first people that's been like, release it, like whatever, fucking put it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
and then I know that people are like, oh look, he is on the flight log, and it was apparently with like Epstein's brother from Palm Springs to back to New York.
Yeah, it was only like
Something like
inside the
that.
U.S. He never went to the island, blah blah.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. Yeah.
But still, you never know. There might be a little bitty on the beer, like I can massage your feet for 2 hours.
Right.
Listen,
Which that is not. Which they were probably like, bitch, you better say that to him and get his money.
Yeah, well, I mean, massaging his feet is different than massaging his cock. There's a totally different thing going on there.
It is a little
I don't
bit
know. We should probably ask Alan Dershowitz,
Listen. Alan Dershowitz is a piece of shit.
I don't know. It's
in the wood chipper.
Well, what's sad though is like if you think about like the Virginia Roberts or Virginia Guthrie, whatever you want to go through, Virginia Roberts, whatever.
It's Savannah Guthrie. You're thinking of
No, it's Giuffre. It's because her maiden name is Roberts and her married name is Giuffre or what have you. But
Andy Dufresne.
In some of these lawsuits, though, like they did do a deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The only thing is nothing will happen unless someone actually does want to prosecute it. You have to get like a DOJ that would actually want to prosecute them.
Right. Which, yeah, that isn't going to happen unless it's going against people on the right.
Yeah. But I don't know. But like you're saying, like, where's all the physical evidence? Like the computers, the documents, everyone's talking about how there was cameras all over the island and stuff. Where's the video evidence and such? Like,
that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, apparently Ghislaine had a failsafe that if she was excommunicated from the world, that everything was going to be leaked anyway. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm torn because if these girls don't want their fucking life stories out there, if they want to just get past it, let them get past it. Don't fucking force them to do this.
That's the hard part, you know?
Yeah, let them live their life. If they don't want to come forward, don't let them come forward. Don't fucking put their names if they don't want their names out there. If there's people who want their names, let them come forward. But a lot of these people, a lot of these women, and which I've learned, through someone I used to do a podcast with, a lot of them just want to put it behind them. A lot of them just want to let that part of their life just go and just be done with, and not bring up those skeletons in the closet. And and so be it. Let them do it the way they want to do it. Don't force people to fucking put their name out there if they don't want to put their name out there. Yeah. And
I mean, it's like you forget after a while, like these women who were, not even at the time, like girls too, who were put in this position. It was like almost like a pyramid scheme type thing for them, though. They like got picked up because of their situation in life. They were like, hey, we'll give you $200 to do this. And they're like, okay. You get more money if you recruit other people, your friends and stuff to come in. And they kept doing it. And it's just like, when I see, it reminds me of Vanderpump Rules. And it's it's in a roundabout way. It does. Because when you're first introduced to Lala on Vanderpump Rules, they talk about how she's always on these expensive airplanes with these men all the time. And it's just like, oh, because like that's, I mean, it's a thing. Like women get paid to be escorts and
Yeah.
stuff, and to like have a good time. You don't have to do anything,
No.
but I'm sure they'll throw you an extra buckaroo or two.
But that's the thing, like women and men, you know, if you're good looking, you get asked to do certain shit and you'll get paid very well. And unfortunately, animalistic stuff comes, you know, people want extra animalistic stuff. Why do you think fucking strip clubs are so popular? You know? And you go, hey, what's your price? And some people will say, this is my price. Some people won't say this is my price. Some people will say, no, go fuck yourself. But there will be some people who will do it. And
HJ, BJ, or ZJ. If you got to ask us what a ZJ is, it's too expensive for you to know. So.
Can't afford it.
But yeah, I mean, and not for like, I don't know. And you can't look down on somebody, especially for their.
What?
Sorry, I just had the visual of that Jay, whatever his name is, holding the pong paddle like.
Yeah, he's like. That's a great fucking movie. I love that
Oh
shit.
God. Okay, I can't. All right. Oh freaking Beer Fest.
I
It's the best.
was shitting flapjacks for weeks.
I always go to bed with a little sausage. Those guys are fucking great.
Yeah.
But
Watch
yeah,
Super Troopers. Side note: I watched Super Troopers over the break, and I forgot how freaking hilarious
It's
that
great.
movie is.
it's so great. Come on, meow. Come on, meow.
Meow.
I say it all the time
Hey,
now.
you boys like Mexico?
Yeah.
Hello. 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 I can't pull over anymore, man. Yeah, he's all the way over, man. He can't pull over anymore. They just stroll by. Those fucking guys are great.
Oh man.
If you've never seen Super Troopers, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's you want to let's see, you want to go with the Jimmy Kimmel thing, or you want to go with the Seth MacFarlane, Bill Maher?
Let's go. Let's do the Jimmy Kimmel thing because it's
Okay.
still
Yeah.
on the Epstein
Jim
Okay.
Carrey.
theme
Okay, you're right.
of Shinx.
So, Jake Shields, who's phenomenal, says it best when he said, "Go fuck yourself, Jimmy." Jimmy because Aaron Rodgers said this.
Bring it up, Foxy or somebody back
Seats
there.
on it.
You have Super Bowl 58,
You'll see it.
the emblems, put on the screen. And then bring up 57 and 56.
Does that have something to do with the Epstein list that came out?
Feels like
That's supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
in his wine cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this thing.
A lot of people, including Jim.
Can I say how much I love Pat McAfee?
Oh,
I've been a fan of his forever. I got rid of one of his shirts, but I have his Cuzzy shirt that I was wearing the other day. It's a cutoff shirt. It's so fucking. I love Pat McAfee, even though he's from fucking Pittsburgh. I'm gonna hold it against him. Shut up, Mama J.
I'm not from Pittsburgh.
I know, Philadelphia. It's still Pennsylvania.
Dude, that's an insult.
It's still Pennsylvania. That's like
That's an insult.
Real quick,
The other
side note.
side of the fucking state.
Side note. I went and donated some clothes today to the Goodwill, and I went into the Goodwill because they always have fucking totes. They always have totes for like $5. You know, those like $40 totes at the stores. So I went inside, and Amanda's in the car, and some lady I guess came up to the car and was just like, "You're from Jersey?" Oh, and she's like, "No, my boyfriend is," and she's like, "Oh, it's nice. It's weird to see Jersey plates out here in the Midwest. Where's he from?" And I almost fucking choked her out. She said I was from Central Jersey, and I almost threw out the fucking car. Threw out the fucking. Oh, I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad.
Dude, you're paying Jersey taxes on your car still. Change your plates, bro.
We will not get into that. Let's
We'll
not get into
not
that
get into
because
right now.
I still got a couple more. I got maybe a month or two before I can change the Missouri license plates. Okay,
Yeah.
finally changing to Missouri. Listen, apparently Topeka was just a layover for now, so
Mhm.
I'm good now. I am in misery. Like I said, I was telling her, I said the two things I never thought I'd say is I live in Topeka, and the second thing I never thought I'd say is I live in Kansas City. Never thought I'd fucking say either of those two sentences, but I now live in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's a good place.
Including Jimmy Kimmel are really hoping that doesn't.
All right. Obviously, a clip from this particular program was run on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Whenever Aaron brought up the list, and then Jimmy mocked him for it. Aaron has not forgotten about that, but here we are sitting right in front of that nice bottle of scotch. What do you say? I'm waiting to celebrate something.
Oh yeah.
He's been waiting.
That's
for
the one.
You've been waiting.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I definitely will be popping some sort of bottle.
Hey, you've been
Right.
calling for it for a few years now. Anyone else notice this? Oh,
My God.
Oh yeah.
oh, wow.
They're talking about the conspiracy theory that of the Super Bowl logos. So if you
Of what?
haven't noticed, they changed the Super Bowl logo a couple like last month or something like that. And
Yeah.
they're saying that the logo goes with who they're picking for the Super Bowl.
Oh.
And the first logo that they had for 58 was different, and now they've changed it. So they're saying San Francisco versus Baltimore now is going to be the Super Bowl. But yeah. So this is what we're talking about.
So whatever colors on the bottom is that they're saying is gonna win.
To get to it.
It's gonna win. The Super
Probably,
Bowl.
yeah. Yes, because LA won.
I told you I had a conspiracy theory about the one
sports.
with the Eagles in the Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because they were doing a Netflix special
Right.
called Quarterbacks, and Peyton Manning was one of the executive producers, and they had Patrick Mahomes as one of the quarterbacks. They had Kirk Cousins, and then they had some other dude from Atlanta. I don't remember his name, and I never will. But yeah, they had the loser, they had the guy in the middle that you hope for, and then you got the winner, dude.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, it was a freaking setup. Because I remember I was watching the fucking game with my parents, and I was like, we got chipped. Something happened. Like, what the fuck just happened? They were on a fucking roll, and then something happened.
So now I'm gonna go put all the money I can on Baltimore to win.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm doing.
Do it.
So we get back to it. It says quarterback Aaron Rodgers says he will pop some sort of bottle when the Epstein associate list come out and is released, and suggests Jimmy Kimmel will be named. Jimmy Kimmel replied with, "Dear asshole, for the record, I've never met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that sort of soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up, and we will debate the facts further in court. Aaron Rodgers." I'm sorry. Is this not the same fucking asshole who said this? Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel says unvaccinated Americans who've taken ivermectin should be denied ICU beds and left to die. Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Right.
Obviously, Aaron Rodgers hit a spot.
Hit a
For
spot
Jimmy.
with that. Yeah, let's
He hit a nerve. Definitely hit a nerve with Jimmy Kimmel with that shit. Because the thing is, he's like, he knows the whole shit is true. And everybody talks about Hollywood and all their weird, depraved shit that goes on there. You remember when Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla had like the Man Show and everything?
Oh yeah.
And he was dating what is it, Sarah Silverman, and then all of a sudden like they like went their separate ways, and then Jimmy became like Jimmy Kimmel or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you have to do for that? Besides,
You mean this Jimmy
having a
Kimmel?
trampoline?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
mean-
Jimmy Kimmel.
You mean
You mean this
blackface
Jimmy Kimmel right here?
Yeah, that Jimmy Kimmel.
Talk about the Beanie Babies.
I mean, come on. It's once again, you're just fucking you're just stupid. You're just fucking stupid because you go and say something stupid. You put my family's, you advocated for people's death.
Right.
You went on nightly and advocated for the death of people, and the people who were crying for socialized medicine were saying that people, if you take something that wasn't recommended by the CDC, you should die.
Right.
Yes.
But that's
You
fine.
were the reason why, you are part of the reason why families excommunicated each other. Yet you're sitting here telling Aaron Rodgers, who said, "Well, I think Jimmy Kimmel's going to be on that list." You're going to take him to court?
I still
Right.
think it's so funny. I'm having the sleepy ha-has right now.
It's the fact that these fucking people.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Kimmel wasn't necessarily, or it depends on, like, I don't know.
Here it is. Hold on.
Hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some more. The number of new cases
Oh, yeah,
is
I
up
remember-
more
yeah,
than 300% from a year ago. Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Mind you, there's
and
an
everybody's all
audience there,
clapping.
and they're
Woo,
fucking clapping.
Yeah.
The poison control centers have seen this spike in calls from people taking this livestock medicine to fight the coronavirus.
Mind you, it wasn't livestock medicine. Ivermectin was a proven
Is
is
an proven anti-parasitic.
Yep.
It is like the number one or two pharmaceutical like out there, and has had accolades for river blindness and shit like that.
Yep.
Won't take the vaccine, which is crazy. It's like if you're a vegan and you're just like, no, I don't want a hamburger. Give me that can of Alpo instead. One of the reasons these sea biscuits are opting for ivermectin is because they don't trust big pharma, which is fine, I guess, except for the fact that ivermectin is made by Merck, which is the fourth largest pharmaceutical company in the world. And even Merck is telling people to cut it out. They released a statement saying ivermectin has no scientific basis for potential therapeutic effect against COVID. There's no meaningful evidence for clinical activity or clinical efficacy in patients.
It was too early
with
to
COVID-19
know
disease.
for anything, even the vaccine.
Right.
Yeah. No scientific basis for potential therapeutic effect against COVID-19 from preclinical studies. No meaningful evidence for clinical activity or clinical efficacies in patients with COVID-19 disease, and a certain lacking of safety data in the majority of studies.
All right, hold on.
Sounds like the vaccine.
I want to point something out. So, RFK Jr., there was like a video going out of him talking about how the FDA and the CDC need to take remdesivir like off the shelves immediately because of how it pretty much aided in how it aided in killing a lot of people due to kidney failure.
It's like the only shit that I agree
organ
with
failure
RFK about.
and other stuff, right? And he was talking about how, you remember how in the beginning of everything, they told you not to treat yourself in any way, shape, or form until you had to go to the hospital.
Mhm.
I remember seeing articles out there talking about how you couldn't even take Tylenol. You couldn't take, if you have a fever, don't take anything. Don't take a fever reducer because it'll kill you if you have COVID. I remember reading articles and then also I remember how people were poo-pooed against it when they were talking about zinc, or they were talking about vitamin C and stuff. And they're trying to make you think that you're a crazy person if you want to take vitamin C because you don't feel good.
Which is ridiculous.
Like, I still like not being able to take a fever reducer was the one that I was just like, what in the fuck is this? Don't take anything. Oh, you got 102 fever. Don't take a fever reducer.
Makes
Wait until you
absolutely
have
no
to go to
sense.
the hospital and be put on a ventilator and then given remdesivir. I
Right.
don't think so.
Yeah. Wait for a lung disease so they can pump more fluid into your fucking lungs.
No, here's the thing though. The crazy thing about the whole ventilator situation though is people would go get tested. They would test positive for COVID. They would be fine. And they would sedate people and put them on the ventilator, even if they were breathing okay.
Yeah.
They were literally killing people.
Once you go on that,
And
you're
no
pretty
one-
much done.
And we just kind of like, well, let's not really talk about it that much. And hey, remember how the governor of New York was talking about how they don't have any ventilators and all that shit behind and right behind him was a whole storage facility full of ventilators and shit. But still, like the whole I can't. I'm not gonna. It's gonna. I'm done. I gotta stop. I gotta stop now.
Before I start working, go the fuck off.
Why is it though that every time that Aaron Rodgers is on that show, there's always clips of it that come out?
It's great. I love it.
Like it's.
But
to the
you're
point
right.
where
You're right.
I thought that Aaron Rodgers was one of the other hosts of that show because every time he's on there, there's a clip of him.
Right?
on
No,
there.
he's
That's
not. But he's on there quite a bit.
It's Aaron Rodgers
That's
Wednesday.
The only time I see him. The only time I ever see anything about that show is when Aaron Rodgers is on.
He's on it on Wednesdays. It's Aaron Rodgers Wednesdays.
Oh. I like him a lot.
Hold on. No, that's not the one I wanted. Is this really what they have to do now? It says not a dude.
Oh, hon, I want to show
like
you.
it.
So, there's a
I like it,
woman
Picasso.
Yeah.
who has a show on SiriusXM Patriot. Her name is Sunny Johnson. She talks about like Republicans and the Black community and things like that. I think she's good. But so she wrote on Twitter, and the responses on Twitter are actually hilarious. So she wrote on Twitter, eliminating D&I is going to put a lot of white women out of work. Have fun, ... And our good
There's
friend,
a sandwich supply shortage.
he said, good, there's a sandwich supply shortage.
Oh, good one, Adam. Love
When
you
do we
guys.
get Adam? We got to get Adam back on soon.
we do.
we
I
have
know, I
to.
know.
We have to call him, and he's the fucking great.
Yeah. Your terms are also acceptable.
Adam's the fucking best. Adam, let me tell you, Adam is living his fucking best life right now. He really
yes.
is. He really is doing everything that, you know, if you died on a table and came back to life and were just like, I'm gonna live the best life ever. That is what Adam is doing right now. Adam is living his fucking best life, and I'm here for it.
Dude cracks me up on Twitter.
I am
I
fucking
know.
here. He
Might
gives
as well
no
just
fucks.
eliminate HR altogether, make the interns plan the pizza parties.
So I said, thank heavens. It's like your terms are acceptable. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So and then she responded, I'm actually loving the replies. So yeah. But I think that's funny. I saw it. I thought it was funny. I saw the replies. I saw what Adam wrote, and I was like, oh my god.
Good. It's been as short as the sandwich makers.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, Adam is now writing for, where is it? Shit. Hold on. Let's give him a plug because he is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, my newest article is now up. I'm very proud of this one. Thanks to Spectre for the opportunity, and thanks Winning at My Life for finding it and sharing it first. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Adam is writing
nice.
for the Spectre. I don't know if he's writing for the Spectre. He has an article up on the Spectre now.
That's awesome.
The article is hilarious, by the way. I read it and was like crying laughing the whole time. It was really good.
That's awesome. I may have to read it.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude. Putting more of that stuff out there, Adam. Awesome.
He's the man. He is the fuck. It says memers on their way to make Mickey Mouse great again. Anytime you put Adam in that picture with anything, it's fucking hilarious. Adam's the fucking man.
I'm jealous he got to go shooting with fucking Brandon Herrera and Donut and all them.
Yeah. I remember 2023 like it was yesterday, and he's stealing the 2024 clock. Man. Wait, Happy New Year. My resolution is to change nothing. Also, I scheduled an appointment with my gastroenterologist to address the glass in my stomach.
Yeah. King.
If you're not following the Lectern Leader on fucking Twitter X,
Must do.
you're doing yourself a fucking disservice.
Yeah, we're at 135. Is there any other stuff we're bringing up?
No, I mean, here it is.
Yeah,
There we
nice.
go.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like I said, yeah, jealous he got to go out there and shoot with those guys. That had to have been a hell of a time.
I think it's funny. So every time I see that Trump hat on, I always remember him telling the story. He's like, I didn't have that hat. I just got it from some dude selling them on the side of the road. And now it's like one of the most famous pictures from that day.
Which is
I'm
awesome.
from
It's like
Florida. I don't wear that shit.
he's a random ass dude, man.
Look at that. Look at fucking that is
Fuck yeah.
America right there.
Fuck yeah.
That is.
Did you see
America.
that paperwork where like they were like he wasn't able to own a gun for a little while?
Yeah.
Because somebody
Yeah.
was like calling bullshit on it, trying to on Twitter, and he was like, "Well, here's all the evidence."
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing about it. Like once again, I'll say it again. On that day, there was vendors lining the streets with Trump paraphernalia.
Right. Trump.
Anybody could have bought anything at any time. Whatever Jason X or whatever his name was, the guy who was on CNN who got into the Capitol that day with the CNN reporter was orchestrating a march that morning. I have the flyer still. He orchestrated a march that morning from 11 to 2. So if there was that march there on that day and anybody could have bought Trump stuff that day on the side of the street, what makes you think that nobody of that march was there doing anything wrong?
That Jaden X kid, there's like videos of him on YouTube teaching people about Black Bloc and all that other shit, like Antifa stuff.
Yeah. And he was there orchestrating a march on January 6th,
right
before Trump's speech. So when you tell me that there was
Well,
nobody
he's in jail
there,
now.
where he should be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Where he should be.
I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Where he
He had
fucking
to give
should
back.
be.
He had to give back the money that he made from CNN off the video from him inside the Capitol.
Right.
And yeah, I think he just went to jail or something for, I don't know what, trespassing on January 6th. Even that I think is stupid. Honestly, he should, unless he was breaking shit.
Right.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I agree. Well, kids.
Yeah.
First show of the year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, first show of the year.
2024, it's gonna be crazy.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a cesspool of
The election's
shit.
coming up. The election this year, it's going to be a wild fucking ride.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2024 is gonna be pretty wild.
It's
I have
going
a
to be a
feeling.
All right.
wild ride.
What's the over under on whether or not there's actually going to be an election this year?
I'm more on like the 80% to 90% side. There will be, I think.
Yeah.
There's going to be an election, but I'm telling you right now, if it's going to be a write-in ballot for Trump for the most
Yeah,
part.
in some places, yeah.
In a lot of places, if they don't do what Colorado did, because Maine's starting their shit, California's starting their shit. If they don't do what Colorado did and put a halt on it, and they or what they do is wait until August to do this, because from August to November, if they don't get a stay and he comes off the ballot until they get a stay, that's what's you're gonna have to write in his name. So
And
listen,
wasn't it that like anything like that to happen before was with Abraham Lincoln right before Civil War?
Yep.
listen, nothing says democracy.
Wow, I sound like Tim Pool.
Yeah.
War.
Civil War.
Nothing sounds like democracy more than taking away your option to vote for somebody, and
Right.
nothing says third world country like trying to take off your opponent off the ballot. You know, nothing
I mean,
says.
shit. Last election, Harambe got like 1% of the vote.
Yeah, I know that was funny. Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe, folks.
I'd rather have Harambe right now.
Yeah, you ain't fucking kidding. At least he'd fucking be pounding some people.
Right.
Well, kids, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We appreciate you all. We hope that you will come back next week. We hope that you continue to come back and like our stuff. Now we're on Instagram. We will this year, you know, hopefully the shit settles down. Davey can't take any more shit in his life. Can Davey just have a calm year?
Also toward next year with these podcasts and stuff, like I said, if you see us making a post or anything, and I might make a couple of posts soon, especially on Twitter, to see who do you want to have on the podcast, who do you want to see us have on here and talk to, pick their brain, you know, what questions you want to ask whoever. So maybe I'll put up a couple posts soon and tag those people in there, blah blah blah. Mainly try to help us get some people on, because we want to have more guests on next year, just more people to talk to and shit like that, besides talking about the news and everything that we do, which is fun, and obviously it's awesome. That's what we love to do, but talking to more people would definitely be ideal. And then
if you want to be on the podcast,
maybe, if you want to be on the podcast also, but that also may help us get more toward doing more than one day, because I want to move to doing more than one day again, but it's all about having enough material to talk to you people.
Having content.
So there,
So if you want to be on the podcast, just fucking DM one of us.
Yeah.
You can email us, businesspartynetwork@gmail.com, and say, hey, can I be on your podcast? And we will say
businesspartypodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, either one. Yeah. And say, hey, can I be on your podcast? And we'd go, okay. And we'll throw you in the mix. If you want to come on and join us, we're more than willing to have you on.
Yeah, we'll see what you want to talk about and whatever else and all that jazz first. But yeah, if you're already listening to like right now, most likely you have listened before, so I think it should be cool.
Yeah. So join us next week. Same bet channel, same bet time. We love you all. And fuck the moon. We're going to Uranus.
Woo! Later on, y'all.
Bye, y'all.